How about that brand new Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker trailer that was released at D23? How's it going, everybody? It's Warren, and we have to talk about that scene with Rey wielding the red lightsaber. Of course, it took everybody by complete surprise, and everybody is shouting Dark Side Rey. However, I want to ask the question, is this a classic misdirection by Star Wars and Disney? And you all know what I'm talking about. For Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, we got a ton of fake trailer shots. And although they don't really do it with Star Wars, they saw how successful it was with the Avengers, so why not? So we're going to talk about two theories that could explain this scene with Rey in the Rise of Skywalker trailer. Well, three theories if you count the obvious theory that Rey has turned to the dark side. Most people don't really think that's the case. I'm sure it could be, but we're going to talk about two different theories. Also, if you're new, be sure to grab that subscribe button. We'll be talking a lot about Star Wars, including all of the series coming to Disney Plus in the future. So the first theory that a lot of people think is the case is that this is actually a clone. It's a clone of Rey, perhaps made by Palpatine, that is now being used to attack the actual Rey. So think back to The Last Jedi. When Rey thinks that she is about to discover who her parents are, instead she just sees a bunch of herself in a line. This could be the reveal that she is actually a clone. That's what that sort of vision could have been trying to tell her. Now, in the comics, Palpatine clones himself a lot, and he transfers his consciousness into his new clone, that way he can live essentially forever. So it wouldn't be a too far-fetched idea to introduce a clone version of Rey in The Rise of Skywalker. Then Rey will eventually have to face herself. We know that Palpatine is returning. Could he be using this clone of Rey to do his work? Could this so-called dark side Rey be doing all of the dirty work for Emperor Palpatine? That's one theory that makes a lot of sense. But another theory is a pretty simple one. This is a Force vision. Now, there actually is a little bit of evidence to support this theory. On StarWars.com, the official website for Star Wars, originally had an article that said this: following a striking montage of scenes clipped for the other saga films, the unmistakable voice of Mark Hamill could be heard over the striking new scenes. We've passed on all we know. 1,000 generations live in you now, but this is your fight. The wise words were also part of the first trailer for the film, but the new footage, including a moment where Rey appears to toss a fully ignited lightsaber, and of course the vision of a Rey with a reticulated red blade, was nothing short of thrilling. So this article on StarWars.com said the vision of a Rey. Did StarWars.com give it away that Rey is actually a vision in that scene? What's really interesting is that Star Wars has actually changed this sentence. It no longer says anything about a vision of a Rey. So does that settle it? Is this some kind of a vision? It would make sense because we know Rey. Based on everything she's gone through in the first two films, she's not likely to join the dark side. Kylo tried to get her to join him in the last movie and she said no. And he wasn't even asking her to join the dark side. He was saying that they should get rid of both the Jedi and the Sith. And she said no. So it doesn't really make sense that Rey would join the dark side. Now, of course, it could absolutely happen, and would honestly probably be really cool to see. But what do you all think? What do you think about these two theories, and what do you think about StarWars.com changing their article? Be sure to comment below with what you think. Also, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and again, if you're new, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. We'll be doing a lot of Star Wars videos, both the movies and the shows coming out, along with a bunch of other content as well. As always, thank you all so much for joining us here at Cosmic Culture.